So here we go for Gregg Popovich's third final in his fourth season, and it was probably the one that everyone drew up. It's the champions of the Premier League Liverpool versus the unbeaten side of the season Manchester United from Wembley for the Carabao Cup final, and it's live. Well, the League Cup is usually looked down upon as the least memorable kind of competition there is in the domestic English game, but today has a very weighing significance to it. It's normally looked down upon by the people who haven't won it yet. For Gregg Popovich, that holds great significance. While the road to get here has been a bit rocky for Manchester United, especially in the semi-finals, in which they were absolutely taken to almost the limit against Arsenal, but they have progressed to their third final under Coach Popovich, following the FA Cup final in his first season and the Champions League final last, and he's 1 for 2 standing right now. And there are no surprises in either of the squads. It's the strongest lineups both sides could send out. So we're in for another kind of rampant battle with the goalkeepers, who have not really been the stars of the show, as Liverpool and Manchester United have scored goal after goal after goal against each other, and I don't think we can expect a 0-0 here with those amount of goals scored. No risk taken from Coach Popovich. Everyone that was available is being used, and I think we're pretty used to the kind of tried and trusted squad by now. Rashford and Greenwood will almost certainly be looking to bang in some more goals, but it's defensively that Manchester United have struggled, especially against the top teams. The 6-6 draw in the first Premier League fixture, and then the second one was, I believe, a 3-3 draw just last time out. These two had a warm-up match last week in the Premier League. It's the biggest matchup in the English game in the Carabao Cup final. Gregg Popovich hasn't won one of these yet, and he hasn't won a trophy in England for that matter, but he has taken the Champions League last season, of course. But it's one of these that he has to get on his CV to really cement the progress that Manchester United have made under him, especially this season. But it's not all that's on the line. It's, of course, the undefeated season that is still on the line. Amazingly, it's still going. People are saying when United will lose rather than if at this point. There have been some real worrying signs in the last month or so that maybe Manchester United are starting to run out of gas a little bit. Like we said, they were taken all the way against Arsenal over 2 legs. They only scored 1-0 against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, and have really struggled against Liverpool mostly this season. As Mo Salah goes to head it in, Ronaldo comes in from behind Dalot, and David De Gea makes a save already. Well, I think everyone was really focused on Roberto Firmino, who missed it. Dalot really should be doing better there, and against Liverpool he struggled as well. You remember in the 6-6 draw, Dalot was dragged from the game for Brandon Williams in the extra time, in the added-on time period. As there's another header there by Firmino, I believe it's over the bar. 2 goals in the previous match, I believe, is in the Carabao Cup. I could be wrong though. It could be carrying over the Premier League, of course. And he's going to be a man to watch for Manchester United today. In fact, I think that was in the previous match I've just gone. It's the tried and trusted short corners from Liverpool. Jorginho Wijnaldum. Here's Mo Salah to whip in another ball. The England club has shown tremendous faith in Roberto Firmino. To be fair, it's well played. And Alec Telles heads away. Luke Shaw only making the bench as Rashford gets pulled back the handball. And I think it's actually going to be a Manchester United free kick. It is. This is really one that Gregg Popovich needs on his CV to get that cup monkey off his back. He's not reached the final days of the league, however. Of course, his league challenge has fizzled out rather quickly. And all the talk has been about the possible final day curse that Popovich holds. He's 1 for 2 So I don't think it's really that much of a curse, to be honest. Fernandes. Greenwood looking sharp on his return to football over the last few weeks. Rashford tries to trick out Alisson there, but nothing doing. Would have been better just putting your foot for it there, Marcus. As Pogba goes down, that might be an early booking. And one of these players is already carrying over a booking. I think it was Fabinho that's carrying over a booking from previous matches. Of course, it probably won't really account for much now, unless if he gets another one and he gets to miss the next game, which may be next season. I'm not sure how the rules work in that regard. Obviously in Formula 1 they have a penalty point rule that has almost the same kind of meaning. There's Dan James, absolutely blossomed under Coach Bob. Oh, Matic de Ligt, that is wonderfully done, and he scored it! Matic de Ligt has scored a wonder goal from out of nothing, and he's very happy about it. What a tremendous goal by Matic de Ligt, and his season has really been rewarded with that. But he was spinning out everyone in front of him and putting it in the back of the net. This is a wonderful move by de Ligt. He left his defender for stars there with some great trickery. Well, he had the Ronaldo celebration, he had the skills to back it up and the shot, and he puts it in the back of the net, and Manchester United are a goal to nil up in this final, which will be Coach Popovich's first win in domestic English football, that is. He's obviously won the Champions League already, don't forget. Well, what a tremendous goal by Matic de Ligt. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1, right out of the front gate door, whatever you want to call it, and United have the lead. Don't expect Liverpool to be behind for too long, however, as Manchester United can really tighten it up at the back. Matic de Ligt has definitely been the improvement in defence for Coach Popovich over the course of the season, but he's also been getting goals to his name. Those two headed goals he had at I think it was Sheffield United, really opened the door for him. And now he's getting a one in the Carabao Cup final. That was absolutely tremendous. I still can't believe it. Now Manchester United just left everyone for dust around him. It's a great tackle there by Fabinho. It was very unfortunate that no one was really able to get onto that, apart from Victor Lindelof. Ronaldo. Liverpool are not going to be non-scorers in this game, I can guarantee you that. And the last two matches have really showed that as well. And I think that's Robertson there who's offside. Isaiah's a long way offside there as well. Gallo. Great ball. Great defending there by Liverpool to smother Marcus Rashford. There's Ronaldo. Wonderful tackle there by Bruno Fernandes, trying to send away Rashford. And now he's talking Hazard. Rashford has kept it in. And tried to use some trickery there to get over around Gomez, but Gomez actually gets the throw in for Liverpool and then gives it away. Well, it was Trent that gave it away, so Manchester United get the throw anyway. So justice done, you could say, because I think Manchester United should have the first throw. Pogba, wonderfully done to spin out Trent, and Virgil van Dijk getting there. Here's Mane. Diego Dalot doing very well against Mane there. Rashford, wonderfully done. Away goes Bruno Fernandes. I think he was trying to hit it on the volley. He got his feet crossed. Trying to trick Alisson out. And it's a poor shot by Bruno Fernandes. Very high standards, to be fair. Really should put his foot through it. Alisson is proving to be a very capable goalkeeper for Liverpool, but just can't keep Manchester United out, and neither can anyone else at the moment. Mane. Firmino. Jordan Henderson. He's shining bright at the moment, Jordan Henderson, trying to play for a spot in Euro 2020. And Shilajit cuts that out. And I think it'll be a corner. Jordan Henderson here, he went for the shot. I mean, there's much else he could have done. And Shilajit was there. Jurgen Klopp certainly been a popular figure for Liverpool Football Club, that's for sure. Well, we tried out with the short corner there. They feigned him out with Salah, but Shilajit is headed away again. It's very disappointing. It's very disappointing and saddening to be here at Wembley Stadium with no fans still in the building. A lot of people do say that maybe fans make teams performing better could be a myth, because they've done it for almost a year without any people in the buildings at all. But it does always add to the atmosphere, and if Euro 2020 is to be believed and they can have fans in the stadium by then it's going to be a fascinating tournament. And Firmino, and hit away there by Alec Tellers. Unfortunately, Alec Tellers will be one of those people who won't be taking part, of course, because Brazil, obviously he's Brazilian, and sadly, they're not a European country. They've got their own tournament down there, I believe. Torgan Hazard. Rashford. And now here's Mason Greenwood. He's been tripped. Oh, he's been tripped, and is that a foul on Mason Greenwood? No. The referee got there. The goalkeeper got there first, Alisson. I think that's fair enough. If Mason Greenwood isn't at least under consideration from Gareth Southgate, it could be an absolute crime, because Greenwood was banging them in before his injury. But that is going to be a point of concern for Gareth Southgate. But right now, Manchester United are pretty much taking this game by the scruff of the neck, even though they have had less of the ball. Dan James. And it's certainly not been the kind of affair we've been used to in the Premier League between these two. But Manchester United in a very familiar position regardless of that. And that's in the lead. Torgan Hazard. And he's been tripped, and Alisson clears it. Greenwood to Pogba. Now Bruno Fernandes. That was very close and very cheeky there from Bruno Fernandes. Great attempt. Right on the laces of his boot. It was dipping. It didn't dip enough. Manchester United, even despite having less of the ball, just seemed rather in control for this game. Notice that Roberto Firmino has been hobbling around a little bit over the last couple of minutes. Maybe he's taking a knock. Jurgen Klopp is assessing. Torgan Hazard. Torgan Hazard. What a pull by Torgan Hazard and Marcus Rashford. And heading in towards the keeper. We have to say that around this time, I think we've just come off the most kind of difficult part of a football season with all fixture congestion. You have to say the fitness of the Manchester United players and team to keep this run going for as long as possible has been nothing short of phenomenal, to be honest. Mo Salah's now down as well. Torgan Hazard with the cross. Virgil van Dijk with the back headed towards his goalkeeper. Liverpool just look nowhere at the moment. Manchester United are starting to really get into this game, and when they get into the game and increase the gears, there's no stopping them almost. Here's Jordan Henderson, playing out of his skin the last couple of years, to be fair to him. Solid. Cut up by Tellers and out for a corner. Well, we've got almost 5 minutes to go, and Manchester United have been on the front from the start, really. They've overcome the quick start by Liverpool with a quick chance. And now, they're in absolute command for the moment. And that's going to come out to Mane, and Pogba's going to be there battling with him, and it's going to go out for a throw. And Manchester United won signalled by the referee. It's Fernandes. Tellers, or Dallo rather. Robertson. Oh, that's wonderfully done. He's picked down Mane, you know. And headed away by Alec Tellers. That was wonderfully done by Robertson, to be fair. Out for another Liverpool corner. Having said all about the fans earlier, it has been a tremendous effort to keep football going, and even from bring it back from last year, of course. Mason Greenwood is gone, and no one is going to beat it. Mason Greenwood at the races, and it's a goal. Mason Greenwood, full speed, and absolutely gone, and it's 2-0 to United. It's been a much more stress-free ride in this one, and no one was going to catch Greenwood here. Even Torgan Hazard there is busting a gut quicker than the Liverpool defenders, and Alisson will be very furious with his defenders because Manchester United had them beaten for pace like they weren't even on the pitch. That man, his fitness regime must be one of the best in the world, because United have had the beating of almost everyone this season in some form or other. Looks like Coach Popovich is going to finally break that final day curse. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 2 in the Carabao Cup final as we approach the end of the first half. And United have been more or less in command from the off. Rashford. Pogba, Torgan Hazard, Mason Greenwood, and where is the defending? And Mason Greenwood, he was so open that he decided to take a long range shot. Where is the defending here? Virgil van Dijk does get there, but so much space for Greenwood. I think he was probably surprised how open he was, and he did score the goal earlier already. Well, in both the league encounters, Manchester United were behind by this point. And so it's not a bad omen for them, of course, though. Alright, cut up by Dilici. And headed there by Firmino and gathered by De Gea. Hasn't had the beating of, I think that's Trent. Five minutes of running on time, which is rather quite a long amount of time actually. Much we've had a couple of knocks to deal with. Tellers. Gomez and Trent keeping amongst themselves. And at the end of a very comfortable first half for Manchester United in this final. It's been much more comfortable than Premier League encounters, as they were behind in both of them. But today they're out in front and had Liverpool beaten already, and they've looked the better team by far. Liverpool 0, United 2. Gregg Popovich is well on way to winning this final. And here we are for the second half of the Carabao Cup final here at Wembley Stadium. It's been a stroll for Manchester United so far, and Mo Salah has already been substituted for Shedrin Shaqiri to begin the second half for Liverpool. No changes for Gregg Popovich, no need really. Probably late in the game when fatigue sets in a little bit. He seems to really know what to do in that scenario, to be honest. As Manchester United commits a foul there, free kick. And Virgil van Dijk is stepping over the ball and he's going to take it. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Very respectable effort there by Virgil van Dijk. He smacked it into the air. And that could have gone anywhere. Surprised Trent didn't take it. Maybe it's a little too far out for him. She's giving the ball away there. Mane. And Alec Telles. And the referee isn't pulling it back for a penalty against David De Gea, because it wasn't a back pass by any means. To Robertson. Mane again. Tackled by Dalot. James. Bruno Fernandes. Greenwood. Oh, wonderfully picked out. Torgan Hazard. I don't think anyone at Liverpool expected Dan James to do that. Torgan Hazard. Well, it's not really cleanly hit, is it? But Manchester United don't even seem to have got out of second gear. It's been a stroll with them, to be fair. Well, next for Liverpool will be a match at the Hawthorns. It's West Bromwich Albion. They need to really keep winning just to keep their hopes in the title race alive at the moment. But I think even if they did, Manchester United just don't look like losing. Virgil van Dijk has gone off for Matip. Here's Matip now. Firmino. It's a wonderful ball. And Shaqiri is going to get there just... Oh, it's going to go out. That was really unfortunate. Well, next for Manchester United in their most sensational season since 1999, it has to be said. They will be taking on Brighton in the Premier League. I mean, not only could Manchester have an undefeated league season, they could have an undefeated season in its entirety at the moment. They look like doing it. I would put Gregg Popovich probably ahead of the great Alex Ferguson in what he managed to achieve. And even ahead of Arsene Wenger, who achieved a league unbeaten in England at least first. I think it's been done in other countries, of course. And Bayern Munich probably another one, I believe. Mane. Pair towards Lindelof, trying hard not to hand the ball there. As the referees have been very strict on handballs this season, mostly for Manchester United, in giving them a penalty. The team was definitely on the alert there for Dan James. Lindelof doing it up again. How did Bruno Fernandes not get out of that one? Would be an interesting question. He's on the ball now. Wonderful ball when he's picked out Dan James. And it's all over, surely. It is. Dan James. Perfect for that counter-attacking football that Gregg Popovich has implemented here. It's 3-0 and it's all over. Manchester United certainly back to their best here today. What a wonderful chest down that was from James, and he was away, and it was only ever going to be one outcome for Manchester United this season. Not the most sweetly struck shot there by James, but it does the job. Just putting the ball in the back of the net. 3-0, and this final as a contest is over. Manchester United, finally under Coach Popovich, will be winning a English domestic trophy. I mean, the game's not over yet, but Manchester United just look heaps clear of Liverpool in this one. It's almost like the warm-up last time out was definitely warm-up feel for Manchester United, even though the whole game as a whole wasn't like that. United had to fight hard to keep their unbeaten season alive. But here, it's just that they're on a totally different planet. And 4-0, and it's that's woeful defending. And well, you can't even be surprised anymore. And Liverpool have been atrocious defending today. And I think that's Gomez who should be getting the pass there from Greenwood, but or Rashford to Greenwood rather. You're not going to stop Mason Greenwood this season. And that injury was such a long time ago for Mason Greenwood. Isn't the first Manchester derby of the season. It's almost like he's never been away though. 8 goals in this competition for him. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 4, and it's been a stroll for Coach Park this afternoon. Henderson. Hazard. Away goes Alex Tellez of all people. Tellez with another beautiful ball. Mason Greenwood can't reach it. And headed the back by Pogba. And weak challenge there by I think it was Trent. Manchester United exploiting every advantage they can get. Liverpool defensively have not been at it today. It's been disappointing to say the least. Rashford's offside. And Tomiskas, I believe that is, coming on for Robertson. Not really going to change much in the complexity of the game. Here is left back's first touch of the ball there. And Shaqiri's offside. A little space there though. Well, ever since that first goal from Manchester United have been in command of this fixture. Liverpool have just been nowhere near them, to be fair. This is not the same side that took Manchester United to a 6-6 draw in the first game of the Premier League between these two. It's almost an entirely different team that they're coming up against today, Manchester United. Well, Liverpool coming up against Manchester United, I mean. It's a foul on Bruno Fernandes. Not given because Manchester United have advantage. Rashford, and he's going to find Pogba. He's going to be offside. And, well, it was a foul on Fernandes, but to be fair, it was advantage gained. But Wijnaldum is going to get booked, and I do believe Wijnaldum was the one carrying in a yellow card from here. Well, I can't do that. It's probably lucky not to see red. Well, it's another day, unfortunately, for the neutrals, that Manchester United have made it far too easy, and Liverpool have made it easy for them as well. Mason Greenwood. He'll return the favour to Rashford, and he found Alisson instead. Well, Gregg Popovich is going to shuffle the deck. It looks like Phil Jones is coming on, as is Donny van der Beek and Anthony Martial. Legit has had a tremendous performance today. Well, clean sheets might be hard to come by for Coach Popovich and his goalkeepers, but to be fair, I think they take the wins a heck of a lot more, because they're the ones that really matter. Clean sheets is really just a stat, and it can help, but in Manchester United's case, it's been scoring the goals that have won them games this season, and they just don't know how to stop winning. And even the champions have fallen short, way short of them today, which is really unusual. Mason Greenwood is coming off for Martial, Pogba for Donny van der Beek, and Phil Jones going on for Matthijs de Ligt, who's been man of the match for me, in my opinion. Teams make it so easy that Gregg Popovich can rest his best players later in the game and save them for important ones later. This is another one of those times, and there's been plenty of it this season. The season, from a competitive standpoint, will not probably live on long in the memory, but it really does show the brilliance of Coach Popovich in Manchester United. That's a good save from Alisson, to be fair. And James looking it back in, no one there to meet it. Donny van der Beek has found Martial. He's done brilliantly. Good save from Alisson. That was wonderfully done by Anthony Martial to turn his man out there. Wonderfully played. Liverpool have been a step behind United today. I think that Premier League matchup took more out of the Liverpool players than the United ones. But you can definitely tell that Coach Popovich was probably thinking more about this one. It was definitely more the B unit that was out last time out. And Jurgen Klopp has really not played it well over those two fixtures. He got the draw in the Premier League, but the draw is not going to win him the league with Manchester United's almost incomparable league at the moment. To Lindelof, another sensational tackle. And Manchester United are on defensively with Lindelof and de Ligt. They're almost unbeatable. Well, they are unbeatable for the moment. Martial. Well, it certainly wasn't the matchup we were expecting. Manchester United have rather run away with this one. That's going to be another foul. No booking though. Hello to Phil Jones. Phil Jones is giving it away. Roberto Firmino. And you can't pass Lindelof. He's marking him very tightly. And wonderfully tackled there by Dallo as well. Manchester United on a different planet today defensively. Not really been like that a lot this season, but they bought the right game to bring it out. If they could do more of that, then certainly would be a season of theirs to win. Lindelof. To Fabinho. Ronaldo. Another clashes with Jones. Vintage Phil Jones kind of tackle. Probably not the most gifted defender on the planet, but boy does Phil Jones play his heart out. You can't ask much for more of Phil Jones, passion wise. Very rare in Helmwood in that regard. He plays with a lot of heart. And he plays for the badge as well. Even if he's not the most gifted defender in the world, let's say. I mean, compared to Matthijs de Ligt, who's been sensational, and Lindelof, who's been just as. But Phil Jones, to his credit, has really fulfilled his role nicely, especially today. Very humble of Phil Jones, if you remember. He said, don't really want a testimonial. I don't think anyone would turn up. And that is sad to have a thought like that. As in 4-1, and again, no clean sheet for Manchester United, but they will not care one bit. Therefore, out in front, their job has been done. It's a good strike by Wijnaldum, to be fair. Well, here's Phil Jones, really just letting himself down on that one, to be fair. I think we put a curse on him. Doesn't matter though, Manchester United's job is done. They're going to win by 4-1. Popovich will be a little frustrated, but I think that's been the story of this season. And it's not clean sheets that win you games in Manchester United's case, it's just an abundance of scoring. We'll score more than you, and they've come close a couple of times to losing the record, but it still stands even today, and today it's going to have even better taste for them, because they are going to be the League Cup winners for the first time under Coach Popovich, and we hope it's not the last under Coach Popovich, to be honest. I think hopefully we don't end up taking Gregg Popovich for granted. Enjoy him while you can. And Manchester United will have to prepare for life after him. We don't want to think about it. Again, Hazard and the Liverpool players are absolutely nowhere near him. It's been a poor performance from Liverpool. Manchester United have taken the Carabao Cup final for the first time under Coach Popovich. He is a winner now in the English game. The monkey is off his back. Manchester United are Carabao Cup winners by 4-1 against the champions, and it was never in doubt. Manchester United, the better team on the day by some country mile, and well, it is the first of maybe a quadruple season for United. We don't want to talk about that yet, but it has been such a phenomenal season so far. This team does not look like losing, and now they have the trophy to show for it. And it is the lower League One. It is looked down upon, but it is still something you can put on your CV. And for Coach Popovich, that's the most important thing, because he's missed out on the FA Cup final 3 seasons ago, and has missed out on a couple of other close scores in semi-finals as well. But now he's finally over the line in England. Carabao Cup winners, Manchester United, and Carabao Cup winner Coach Popovich. And I don't think there is anyone in the football world who wouldn't want to see that. Coach Popovich has got such a massive following around the world. Even those in his basketball fans of the San Antonio Spurs probably tune in to watch his games, even though he's no longer with them anymore. But the man had such a popularity trait in both the sports. Even today, like in football, he's just garnering interest from other clubs supposedly, although I don't think he's going to take any other contract. But certainly fans of those clubs and the clubs themselves just really appreciate what Popovich has done for this team, and this is finally the end result can show itself. They really are sensational, Manchester United. They are still unbeaten for the season, and they are Carabao Cup winners by 4-1. It was no intimate contest, but it was vintage Manchester United. Anyway, Liverpool 1, Manchester United 4. Manchester United Carabao Cup winners.